Welcome to the PTTS. Today's date is December 9, 2025. My name is Nang Hong Lam. Today PTTS sessions video is on the advice Rebecca Karcz, Club Vice President of Mesa Multimedia, gave me back on 2009 when she made the decision to resign as the club vice president. Basically, the advice is why reinvent the wheel. Pretty much, well, I kind of like in a way, I was really, at the time, it was just followed up by her, because it was my third semester as club president, my second year, third semester as club president, Mesa Multimedia Club, and I'm like really stressed out about being club president, because like I remember talking to the student service counselor Kalita about, I'm still like, I don't really have much experience as club president. Remember during my first semester as club president, so like I'm really stressed out. I think maybe because of that, I remember during like at the beginning of the second year, third semester as club president, I sent like a high priority email basically to kind of tell them, the club officers and club members, to like kind of just set that goal, and make the objective to beat and to improve on the previous semester, the overall club's kind of like the overall club on the previous semester. And so I think it's just so coincident, after I send that email, there's like a lot, just basically like a quote from the members that were active on the list. A lot start not showing up to the club meetings, the weekly club meetings, and that was the coincidence. And another coincidence is Rebecca Karcz, the club vice president, like she decided to resign as club president, and told me about, like she wasn't really say it was because of that email, or because of my performance as a club president, or and things like that. It was just because of her situation that she was in. But like, it was just like, I'm just saying, it's just so coincident that it all tie up to that, and anyway, like, I'm just saying that it was kind of like in a way. And when she gave me that advice about why we create the wheel, kind of like in a way, and I try to change the subject. It's like what you mean to say is template, kind of like in a way, and then try to change the subject. Just like, look at a lot of the application out there, they have templates and things like that. So try to change it, but it like just didn't really, like, kind of like in a way. Just telling her that I'm really stressed out about my schedule, and having her around, like kind of help me out and things like that. So if she resigns, it's gonna be kind of difficult for me to continue on as club president and things like that. I think it all comes down to that questions. Am I the only person who wanted the Mesa Multimedia Club Association? Am I the only person? Like, no one really cares about that. Am I the only person, or like no one really cares about having the Mesa College Multimedia Club Association? Am I the only person who cares about that? I mean, does that really doesn't matter at all? Like, have no significance at all? Like, no value, no significance at all in this society, in this world? I'm the only person who care about the Mesa Multimedia Club Association, and that is no significant, no value at all. Basically, not one person to care enough to leave me that feedback or that comment that my 4 years serving as club president of the Mesa Multimedia Club have no meaning, have no significance in the society. It basically just leave that comment for me, so that I know. Basically, that's to show that they have a little bit, that the Mesa Multimedia Club Association have a little bit of, like just a tiny little bit of existence, some kind of care and something, kind of like in a way. Why I struggle so hard in that 4 year to keep it active, kind of like in a way to just say that does, just someone in this whole world, one person, to just make it so that it is not so insignificant, so have no value, that just one person leave that comment and say that, kind of. I mean, the obvious thing is, like I'm doing it because, like I struggled that 4 years because of wanting that Mesa Multimedia Associations. Because that's the whole purpose, to have that. That's why I went through all those struggles, because of that reason. Because I felt the first time when Professor Alfonso Sabata and Professor Karen Owen recommended me to go to the Mesa Multimedia Club, and also Professor Alfonso Sabata, emailed the email to Club President Joe and Club Vice President Hannah about me attending to give that transition. All of that, basically to just have that. I felt like it is really important to have that Mesa Multimedia Club Associations. So am I the only person who felt that way? So pretty much, like all the college and university, like all the multimedia major, just go through all the college and university and just put an X mark over all the multimedia majors. There's no value, there's no significance. Just put an X through all of them, it's like. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap up this video. Basically, I just wanted to, as Rebecca Karcz, the club vice president, maybe for some forgiveness. Maybe she hated me because too stubborn to not quit, to not give up. That the club, the Mesa Multimedia Club, have no significance, have no value. Why didn't I give up? Why keep continue on? Maybe she hated me because of that. So just ask her for some forgiveness. It's like, and even in that advices, final advice about why we're inventing the wheel. And it's like, why haven't I give up yet? It's like, so I pretty much just wanted to say that it was really stressed out at the time, and just couldn't really think straight at the time because of being stressed out about it, my schedule and everything. So just continue on struggling to keep the club active. Thank you for watching. PTTS. Thank you for following PTTS. I'm gonna end this video in 3